Defeated fellow strugglers Wickham means Bristol Rovers need to win this local derby more than ever. 20th place, just one above the drop zone, represents their lowest league position this season. Two changes today see the return of Justin Skinner and of Graham Power. Plenty of firepower in reserve as well for Rovers, with Julian Alsop and Frankie Bennett both on the bench. There's no blue rinse for Jamie Curitan, who was threatening to dye his hair for this game. Rovers fans will surely settle for a winning goal instead. 4 straight away defeats have put the brakes on Bristol City's bid to make the playoffs. They've slipped to their lowest league position since October, so 3 points would be particularly welcome today. Just one change for them sees Matt Hewlett back after a 2-match suspension. Paul Allen drops out and club captain Martin Cool has to settle for a place among the substitutes. A big test for Jim Brennan today. At 19, the Canadian-born defender's the youngest player on the pitch, and this is only his 4th appearance in the first team. So it's Bristol City who kick off the 82nd Bristol derby. The first ever, of course, to be played here at the Memorial Ground, and already they're under pressure. Jamie Curitan leading the attack for Rovers. Brennan gets an early touch. Taylor with the clearance. Lively start for the home side. Shot from Martin. And an early touch of the ball too for keeper Stuart Naylor. Confidently getting that long-range effort from Lee Martin. And our referee today, Clive Wilkes, another West Countryman, who was in charge of the pre-season Gloucestershire Cup match between these teams. Johnson and Gota both lost it in the sun, perhaps. This is Agostino. Bent neatly away from his man. Only Gota up there at the moment. More red shirts arriving. Agostino's there. Extraordinary incident. Paul Agostino, who scored the opening goal at Ashton Gate, so close again for City. Junior Bent, who made the chance. Great cross from him. Collett looked as though he was favourite. That's a super leap though from Agostino. And so close to the opening goal.
Stand up! Stand up!
Barnard couldn't get round his man, but he has won the corner. Richard, who couldn't quite keep the ball in play, now has some defending to do. Hours on the near post, gets the flick on. Taylor's at the far, so too is Bent. Agostino's overhead, and that's Peter Beadle back doing the defending. Agostino certainly looks up for it. After a series of head tennis, it was a spectacular attempt by the Aussie, and it's Peter Beadle who nods it away. Taylor again above Beadle. This is Gota. Good touch for Junior Bent. Pops 2 Rovers defenders. Bent is brought to ground by Skinner. Could be trouble for the Rovers man. Well, that's what he does best. It's the old-fashioned push and run, and it was too quick for Justin Skinner. The inevitable result is a yellow card for the Rovers midfielder. Edwards has gone across to take the kick. Barnard's there, harmlessly wide of the target. Holloway forward, Taylor beat Curitan to it. Up and under for the Rugby ground. Carey's made a mess of that clearance. Beadle seizes upon it. Beats Martin, who's also playing in midfield. Power's cross is a good one. Curitan's header. Miller's there. Well, if he'd made good contact, he would surely have scored, and I think Paul Miller knows it. Best chance so far for Bristol Rovers. Good cross by Graham Power. Puritan was maybe heading for goal, but it fell for Miller, and he just didn't get any power in the shot at all. Edwards had to make it. May yet fall for Puritan, though Edwards got a second bite. Beadle gets much power or direction in the header. He does love these matches, Peter Beadle. About 700 hand-picked almost City fans in the crowd today. Let's hope they all behave themselves. Here goes Agostino. Real chance for the visitors. Agostino has gone all the way, and just as he did at Ashton Gate, Paul Agostino puts his side ahead. Well, the few who've made the trip from Ashton Gate are enjoying the party. A really superb solo goal by Agostino. Almost looked as though the ball was trapped beneath his feet, but he just chipped it over the advancing keeper. Paul Agostino's 14th goal of the season, and boy did he enjoy that one. Rovers a goal down. Bent, tussling with Power. Again Bent gets the better of that little duel. Now he's faced by Martin. That'll be another corner kick. Let's concentrate on the football. It's Aaron Barnard with the corner. It was Agostino again. He's on fire at the moment for Bristol City, and he's at the heart of everything they do. Rovers will have to sort out the marking. It's a fairly straightforward kick. Everybody missed it. Agostino flung himself at it. And he's looking dangerous every time the ball's in and around that Rovers penalty area. Sad to say there are one or two scuffles breaking out in the crowd. That's the Bristol Rovers end of the ground. Stewards are quickly in to try and calm things down. Rovers supporters are doing their best to lift the team. Beadle for Martin. Too high for Holloway. Might break for Skinner. Well charged down Gary Hours. City may break here. Junior Bent's away, and no one will catch him. It's Bent against Collett. Good save by the goalkeeper. Well, he's saved Rovers a lot this season. Another excellent contribution from Andy Collett. Nobody was ever going to get to Bent. But the one question mark against him is his finishing. Well, it really was one-on-one, and well done the goalkeeper. Puritan away from Edwards, clumsy challenge, and more trouble for Rob Edwards. Jamie Puritan felt the full force of that one, and Rob Edwards sent off at Ashton Gate in trouble with the officials again. He's about to get a yellow card at the Memorial Ground. So he'll have to watch his step. 2 red cards in a season really would be too much. But Puritan just too quick for him, and he left the foot in. White with a safety first clearance. Not sure what care he was attempting. Edwards had to help him out at the expense of the corner. But, it was a bad miss kick by his colleague. 5 minutes or so to go to the break. Rovers would love an equaliser. Flick on at the near post. They break for Puritan. Did well to bring it down. Was that a handball in there? The flag's gone up by the linesman. referee has blown, and I think it's going to be a penalty kick. Gary Hours was the player involved. It was Curitan's turn. It's a question of how much he knew about it. It's definitely handball. It's all a question of intent. It's Peter Beadle against Stuart Naylor. Saved, and away by Hewlett. And despair for Rovers fans, joy for the City faithful, and Stuart Naylor, the hero of the day. A short run and a poor kick. And again by Skinner. Beadle's layoff for Miller. Nice link up, Paul Miller. Good challenge at the death and headed clear by Brennan. The first time there's real pressure on the City goal. Half-time whistle arrives, and just as it was at Ashton Gate earlier, Bristol City lead by 1-0 at the break, thanks to the number 9, Paul Agostino. Super individual goal from him, although Rovers had a great chance to hit back when Peter Beadle missed a penalty. Half-time score at the Memorial Ground. It's Bristol Rovers 0, Bristol City 1. Join us again after the break. Welcome back. Well, Bristol City went more than 20 years without an away win in this fixture before last season's 4-2 victory at Twerton Park. They're in command now thanks to Paul Agostino's goal. And the City bench there should be happy with the way things are going at the moment. With 45 minutes to go, it can all change. Bristol City made a substitution at half-time. Number 12, Scott Patterson, is on. He's taken up a central defensive role in place of Rob Edwards. Skinner out-jumps Hours, on by Curitan. Patterson under pressure, did well. Had to be sure then, Scott Patterson, with Beadle breathing down his neck. It's a fearsome proposition, but that's a cool head. Drives the kick forward. Patterson meets it. And again. Now here come Rovers. Curitan's in there. Well claimed, Stuart Naylor. Eyes fixed firmly on the ball there as Curitan closed in on him. Patterson was also there, but Naylor made sure that was his. Hung on to it. Miller is just being wrestled out of it. That's why it's a Rovers free kick. You can see there, it's almost a bear hug really from Jim Brennan. No complaints about that one. Good chance again for Rovers. Holloway with the kick. Gota who got it away, not convincingly yet. Tilson's in there, the shrill whistle of the referee. Flag up on the far side, halts another Rovers attack. Delightfully bent in by Holloway. Real testing ball to defend. Gota who got it away. Maybe it was offside as the ball came back in. Beadle for Curitan. Bennett was available. It was a terrible pass. And suddenly Gota's away for Bristol City. Martin trying to get to him. Shaun Gota makes it 2-0, and that should be 3 points in the bag for Bristol City, and the two heroes are there together. More celebrations for the Reds, and a well-taken goal on the counter. Just sprung the offside trap. Martin tried to get back to him. Good strength by Gota, and that's a cool finish. Good control, supreme strength, and 19 goals for the season for Shaun Gota, and perhaps 3 points for Bristol City. where the singing and the dancing is at the moment. There's stunned silence everywhere else in the memorial ground. Bennett looking for Curitan. Naylor again has to leave his penalty area. He hasn't put a foot wrong so far, the big City goalkeeper. Beadle's flick on. Hours cleared only as far as the other number 2, Pritchard. Agostino trying to get to him. Holloway available. Chipped in. Skinner's header. And Miller still in play. And it'll be a corner kick for Bristol Rovers. Well, it's the kind of response they needed. Holloway's cross. Looked as though Miller may hook this into goal, but couldn't quite get the purchase on it he wanted. And once again, City can spring on the counter-attack. Rovers really are leaving themselves open at the back now. They've got to go for it at the other end, of course. Tilson managing to hold up Hewlett, but he's found Gota. Now Bent. City, of course, will be in no rush now. The 2-goal cushion. Lee Martin accidentally left that for Bent. Gota just behind him, Agostino, and it's wide. Oh, would you believe it? The golden boots of Paul Agostino for once letting him down. Martin's mistake initially. Bent just cut the ball back away from the goalkeeper. Gota eventually found Agostino and he put it wide. Another change. Bristol Rovers bringing on Matt Hayfield and Julian Alsop. It's all or nothing really as far as they're concerned. Pritchard feeds Bennett. Chance for him to run at Brennan. Good show of acceleration, but Taylor was there on the cover. Bristol City will know the job's not quite done yet. They were stunned by a late equaliser, of course, at Ashton Gate. Here are Rovers again. Curitan so close. Arguably Rovers' best chance of this half. Again it was Pritchard's long throw. Alsop was in there. And on the volley, well, it could have hit the top corner, instead it went over. Pritchard to Bennett. Rovers straining every muscle to get back into this game. Beadle and Alsop are there. One player smacked it against the other. Alsop's kept it in play though. Robbed by Junior Bent. It's little and large with those two. Hayfield now scrapping away. Gonna shake off the attentions of Gary Hours. Bent still there. Pulling up for Bristol Rovers. They haven't lost hope just yet. Alsop's header. Bristol Rovers have a lifeline and the new boy has done it. Corner kick floated over. There's Alsop, heads it down. Everybody watches as it drops in the far corner of the net. A sign from Hales Owen Town. He'll be an instant hero with the home fans for that moment. Here come Rovers again. The noise is now deafening around the memorial ground. Curitan stopped by Patterson. And I think the whistle has gone. And it really is a cauldron now inside this memorial ground. And it requires a cool head, particularly at the back for City. Rovers have renewed hope. Do or die for Bristol Rovers. Alsop's in there under the goalkeeper. Well done, Stuart Naylor. The ball hoisted up right underneath the goalkeeper. Slipped by Taylor, but his keeper did well. Agostino hooks it goalwards. Tilson has to concede the corner. Barnard only jogging very slowly across to take the kick, and Mr. Wilkes just letting everybody know that he'll add on a few seconds for that. Collett didn't look too clever on the near post, but he's got the ball away for another City corner. There's Gary Hours in there, and the keeper just managed to palm it aside. Can Rovers get a last gasp equaliser as they did at Ashton Gate? Patterson. Will be some stoppage time. Beadle. The final whistle has blown. It's Bristol City's day here at the Memorial Ground. Historic first derby on this rugby ground, and it's Bristol City who've won it. Celebrations for their supporters, a muted response from the Rovers fans, and Paul Agostino again a thorn in their side. His goal which got City underway. Shaun, who's since left the field, got the second. Julian Alsop, the substitute, brought Rovers back into it. There was hope for their side, but in the end it's City who've taken the spoils. They've won the game by 2-1, and they're enjoying these post-match celebrations with their fans. Thankfully those supporters have been well behaved, and bar an isolated incident at the other end, this whole match has been played in a good spirit on and off the field.
It was never going to be a pretty game today. The pitch is awful, very bubbly. You know, you don't see much pretty football today. But we knew we had to come and, you know, match what they were going to throw up against us. They hit lots of long balls, and I thought we dealt with them quite well.
And bearing in mind the away form hasn't been so good recently, I mean, double reason for celebration.
Yeah, we're just pleased it's 3 points, and you know, we've got a short rest, and then we've got a game on Tuesday against Rotherham. If we can win that, and then we're back in the hunt.